Greetings, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Welcome to Aveni's Game Room. Okay, this is Bunny Zap by Krypton Force. It was released in around 1984, and I'll explain how I come across it before I start talking about the game itself. It was a school uniform that caused me to get this. I was growing rather quickly. My trousers were slowly turning into half masts, they were halfway up my legs. Same with my school jumper. It was slowly creeping up my arms and turning into a t-shirt. The school had a contract with Woolworths to do the school uniform, so we went into town to go get the school uniform, and just as we got into the shop in the entrance of Woolworths, they had like a bargain basket thing. They had a load of games in there, and they were all 50p each, and this one caught my eye. Very nice artwork on the cassette. I thought the picture was great, and it was 50p, so I pestered my mother and she bought me it. Then went to the clothing department. The lady there was way too happy for my liking. She went out the back and got the sizes of the uniform, and then come back out and insisted on helping me change, which I found rather annoying at the time. Changed the uniform, and she stood there with my mother and she said, "Oh, doesn't he look posh? What a handsome little man." And I stood there thinking to myself, "God, shut up woman, give me back my t-shirt and jeans. I want to go home and play my game." Anyway, I get to the game home and I load it up, and it's a maze game, and it doesn't look too bad. I mean, the main sprite itself's kind of colourful, and he's got a huge gun and you have to shoot rabbits. There's a little force field, like staticky thing guarding the burrow for the rabbits, which if you walk into, it's instant death. You touch the side of the maze, it's instant death. Very, very harsh. Some of the collision detection is very poor, to say the least. Sometimes bullets go through the rabbits. You'll notice that you only have one shot at a time. It does bounce off the walls. It's horizontal only, which is unfortunate, and it's fairly basic, to be honest. You collect the little robots to progress to the next level while avoiding the rabbits. Now it's very harsh, this game. It is very, very unforgiving. The slightest touch on the wall, you're dead. In fact, it's more deadly than my cooking. It's awful. The little tip of the gun, you just breeze that against the side of a wall, death. Rabbit gets anywhere near you, death. The collision detection, as I said, it's not very good. The game itself it's kind of enjoyable for, I'd say, 2 or 3 minutes. After that, it just gets irritating as hell. The music, oh god. If you have pets, especially a dog, and you want to take a look at this game, I'd suggest turning the music off, because it felt like it was making my ears bleed, so God knows what it's going to do to any pets you have at home. I highly recommend turning the music off, to be honest. It's grinding, it's extremely pitchy, and it detracts from the game, to be honest. I mean, the game's not that great as it is, and the music just made it worse. You've got basically, well, I couldn't actually tell you how many levels. I think the furthest I ever managed to get through on this was around about level 4. Level 1, it's not so bad. You go around, you collect your little robots, I think it's 4 or 5 robots, and it'll put you up to the next level. As soon as you hit level 2, you get what I like to call Terminator rabbits. And it's basically a little rabbit, and it's got a force shield on it, so you can't shoot it. And it runs around and hunts you down, and just makes the game more difficult than it already is. And it's already really difficult game to start with. And while you've got that to put up with, you've also got the rabbits chucking carrots at you, which they can fire vertically. They drop them down on top of you. And to be honest, I kind of thought when I first played it, oh, they're throwing strawberries at me, but it's not. It doesn't make sense. It's carrots. And yeah, added together, it just makes the game too damn difficult, especially for a young kid. I mean, I'm still not any better at the game now, to be honest. It's insanely difficult. I'm glad I have it though. Like I said, I like the artwork. It's got a nice cover on it. Would I recommend it though? Well, if you're a casual collector, I'd say avoid it unless you like the artwork. If you're a hardcore collector, you're probably gonna ignore me anyway and just get it. I doubt you'll play it more than once or twice. You'll probably play it for a few minutes and turn it off, especially with that god awful music in the background. I paid 50p for it in a bargain bucket on eBay or any trading or retro shop or whatever. I'd say don't pay more than a couple of pounds for it. It's not worth it unless you really want the cassette inlay for the artwork. Overall, it's very poor. Like I said, when I first played, I kind of enjoyed it at first until the difficulty level bit me in the arse, and then after that I didn't really play it much. I showed it to friends because obviously they'd seen the cover and thought, ooh, that looks real good. I didn't say anything, I just let them put it on and have a quick play, and it didn't even last as long as that. After about 30 seconds, this is crap, can we put something else on? So, it's probably best to make up your own mind if you want to buy it really. Other than that, I'd say avoid it. I don't know how obscure it is. I suppose it's one of the rarer games I have in my collection, because most people who come round and talk about my games and things have never heard of it, which is a shame. It had so much potential, but they ruined it at the end of the day. They could have added so much more and made it a very enjoyable maze game, but yeah, I don't know if it was just laziness on their part or rushing it to get it out just to make some quick money. It's terrible at the end of the day. I don't really have too many good words to say about it. Yeah, it's best for people to just make up their own mind and do what you want with it at the end of the day. I could imagine some people maybe not have played it before and bought it off eBay, put it on the computer and thought, oh my god, and put it in the bin, but keep the cassette inlay, but put the tape in the bin. Anyway, that's enough of this because it's starting to hurt my ears and it's giving me a bloody good headache. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.